It's not too late to change your minds. Dr. Higgs has always been one to complain. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised by this.
What's going on?
Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken have decided to protest your appointment as Father's successor. They've taken control of the bioscience security systems and cut off our food supply.
That kind of insubordination can't be tolerated.
They've lost their minds.
No, they've lost faith.
It's one thing to protest, but this is going way too far.
Look, I can see that you're angry, but please, talk to them before resorting to more violent measures. I can unlock the maintenance tunnel that leads to the bioscience observation room. From there, you should be able to communicate with Higgs and Loken. If you can't reason with them, you can use this holotape to access the command functions on the observation room terminal. That should give you some options. Just please, try to talk to them first. Use violence only as a last resort. Here we are. Just give me a moment. There, it's unlocked.
Newton.
I'm sure some of the others will question your appointment as our next director. Don't let it bother you.
Who's out there?
Sustaining damage.
I am the victim of violence.
Don't forget to check your ammo levels. Never know what you might find.
Sweet.
You're already dead.
Aha! I thought I heard something. Made it past the guards, Impressive.
Lawrence.
If you've come to change our minds, then you're wasting your time.
You're upset. I get it. You've made your point. Now, open the door.
I'm not taking orders from you. You haven't earned my respect, and you never will.
Father believes in me. The least you can do is give me a chance.
How could you hope to lead us when you hardly know anything about what we do? I'm sure you mean well, but you must see that it's an impossible task.
You'd rather everyone fight over the job? Is that what's best for the Institute?
I agree that the transition will be chaotic, but eventually, a leader will emerge from that chaos. Then, things will return to normal, and the work will resume.
Can't you at least give me a chance?
A chance? What do you think, Max?
Even the most fastidious researcher must sometimes take a leap of faith. I say let's give it a try.
Very well, then. Open the door, and let's return to the fold.
Since, abort command override and resume normal functions. Greetings, sir. All systems nominal. Reporting status. All functions normal.
Lawrence.
What others call complaining, I call critical thinking and challenging assumptions.
Hi, Doc.
Bravo! I admit I was fearing for the worst, but I can see that I underestimated you.
Keeping our food supply secure is your responsibility. This better not happen again.
I'll make it my top priority. There is one further matter to discuss. Obviously, some kind of disciplinary action must be taken here. The question of what form it takes is up to you.
They were prepared to let everyone starve to death. They have to die.
I understand. I'll make the necessary arrangements, though it saddens me to do so. I'll see that the mess in hydroponics is cleaned up. I suppose I should also make the funeral arrangements. Well, there's much to do, so I'll get about it. In the meantime, I'm sure everyone will be relieved that this is over.
Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken were out of line, but did they really need to die? Solving problems with deadly force isn't how we do things here. You might want to consider that. Higgs and Loken were trying to protect the Institute. They deserved a second chance. If you plan to execute everyone who disagrees with you, there won't be an Institute left for you to lead.
I'm looking forward to working for you, future director.
You went too far when you had Higgs and Loken executed. And I'm not the only one who thinks so. Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
For what it's worth, I think you're a fine choice to take Father's place.
Do we really need all these coursers roaming the halls?
Whatever you think I did, I
Hey
didn't
there.
do it.
Excuse me,
Alice is a
I've got
liar.
reports to deliver.
What do you mean you feared the worst?
I just didn't want to see anyone get hurt. There is one further matter to discuss. Obviously, some kind of disciplinary action must be taken here. The question of what form it takes is up to you.
Put them on probation. Limit their access to quarters and non-working areas.
That's more than fair. I'll see to it that everyone's notified.
Good decision. Those men could still have a lot to contribute. They just need to learn their lesson.
Give them supplies and then throw them out. They're banned for life.
I wish I could say that that would be unfair. But there's no denying those men put all of our lives at risk. I'll see to those supplies. At least they'll have a fighting chance, which is perhaps more than they deserve.
The surface? That's a fate worse than death. They don't deserve that.
I had a more direct solution in mind.
Oh, really? Our synth guards are programmed to attack anyone who enters here. So by all means, come and join us. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
Don't force me to take drastic measures, Doctor.
Oh, so you mean to martyr us then? I assure you, Dr. Loken and I are prepared to make any sacrifice in order to uphold the ideals of the Institute.
You're a stubborn fool, and you're not gonna like how this ends.
Nor will you. If you leave us here, everyone else will starve because you were too stubborn to refuse Father's appointment. Remove us by force, and everyone will fear and despise you. I'm afraid you lose either way. Father's heir apparent. He made it past your impenetrable defenses.
But if he got that far...
Compose yourself, man. We've always known the risks, but we are still in control.
Gorilla Pen door is
Hello?
opening.
We're not alone. Gotcha.
I regret any suffering you may incur.
I was hoping for a challenge. Guess I'll keep hoping.
Please lower your weapon.
I've got things to do. Threat eliminated.
That was unfortunate. We don't like violence here, and I fear your actions will have consequences.
Stop whining, and be grateful that I got your food supply back.
Yes, of course. Sorry if I seemed ungrateful. I'll see that the mess in hydroponics is cleaned up. I suppose I should also make the funeral arrangements. Well, there's much to do, so I'll get about it. In the meantime, I'm sure everyone will be relieved that this is over.
Everyone's excited about the new synth project. Dr. Watson can be a little obsessive when it comes to rules and policies. So much research, so little time.
Dr. Higgs.
If you've come to change our minds, then you're wasting your time.
I know you're angry, but there's a better way to handle this.
Oh, you're wrong. You see, I've tried talking. For years, I've suggested that we do things differently here, but nobody listens. Let's see if anyone can afford to ignore me now.
Don't you think you're being a little selfish here?
Far from it. What we do to protect the Institute.
Last chance, Doctor. Sure you won't change your mind?
This is much bigger than just you and I. I'm protecting decades of research and progress. The answer is no. We will not back down. Father's heir apparent. He made it past your impenetrable defenses.
What if he got that far?
Compose yourself, man. We've always known the risks, but we are still in control.
The doors are locked. Since Defense Protocol 1!
Hostile sensor reading detected.
Wait. Did you hear something?
It's over, Dr. Higgs.
What do you plan to do now? Kill us and take the key? Go on then. Prove how right we were.
Is that what you want? To be a martyr?
I want only what's best for the Institute. It's all I've ever wanted.
Enough. Have you lost your mind, Lawrence? I'll do it. I'll open the door.
Max, no.
It's over, Lawrence. And you're a fool if you can't see that. Now, unless you intend to shoot me, please stand aside while I put an end to this.
Future generations will remember this decision, Max. I'll make sure of it.
Hi, Doc.
You have a lot to learn if you're really going to be the next director of the Institute.
Dr. Higgs.
The rest see me as little more than a glorified repairman. But I'm as much a scientist as any of them.
I suggest we confine ourselves to quarters until our fate's decided. We can at least face the consequences with our dignity intact.
What choice do we have?
I'm just glad they listened to reason.
Indeed. There is one further matter to discuss. Obviously, some kind of disciplinary action must be taken here. The question of what form it takes is up to you.
There's no need to drag this out. I believe they learned their lesson.
Your compassion and understanding speak well of you.
I agree, but they should be watched carefully, or they might try this again.
I'll take that holotape back. I also wanted to offer you something as a more personal expression of gratitude. I know that your work often takes you to the surface where supplies are scarce. I gathered these items together for you. I think you'll find them useful.